हेलो गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स। हमने पिछले चैप्टर में पढ़ा था एटमॉस्फेयर के बारे में। सो वी हैव डन विद आवर टॉपिक लास्ट टाइम इज एटमॉस्फेयर एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर सिस्टम। सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ प्रेशर एंड प्रेशर सिस्टम आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर पायलट्स, फॉर एविएशन and for the pilots. Understanding of pressure and atmospheric pressure system is very important. Why? Because your important instruments, they work on the basis of pressure system, so you should have at least knowledge of the pressure and pressure system. So what is atmospheric pressure? So atmospheric pressure is the force per unit area exerted by molecules of the air over a specific surface. Okay, so the molecules of the air, they are exerting the pressure over all the bodies. Suppose I am standing here, I have also the pressure of the atmosphere of the air at my body, so it is equal from all directions. So I am standing properly. If I have in one area, if I have a heavy pressure, then other area I may be fall down or I cannot stand properly. So that's why this is called the atmospheric pressure. Okay. Then the measuring atmospheric pressure. एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर को मेजर कैसे करते हैं? सो द सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म इज मर्क्यूरी बैरोमीटर। मर्क्यूरी बैरोमीटर सबसे इजीएस्ट फॉर्म होता है, एक बहुत ही बेसिक है प्रेशर मेजर करने के लिए एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर। इसमें क्या करते हैं कि 1 मीटर की ट्यूब में मर्क्यूरी भर के और मर्क्यूरी के रिजर्वॉयर में उसको उल्टा रख दिया जाता है। जैसे ये है, ये ट्यूब हो गई और ये मरकरी हो गए, ये आपका जो यहाँ तक फिलअप है सारा मरकरी है इस रिजर्वॉयर में, और ये स्केल हो गई आपकी मेजरिंग स्केल। तो क्या होता है, when we put the 1 meter tube of mercury inside the reservoir, then the mercury sink to about 760 mm above the reservoir at mean sea level. जो मीन सी लेवल होता है उस पे 760 mm का सिंक होता है मर्करी के इस ट्यूब के अंदर। तो यहाँ पे जो रीडिंग आती है वो 760 mm आती है। सो द रीडिंग विल बी हियर एट द 760 mm. द एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर इज देयरफॉर said to be 760 mm of the mercury. This is very basic concept measuring of the atmospheric pressure. This is very basic and the first one to measure the atmospheric pressure. After that you will learn about the barometer and right barometers and how the pressure instruments, how they work. So I will teach you continue in this pressure system. So I hope so this until this concept is clear for you. So we'll go ahead to another concept. Okay, the next is types of pressure. So there is two types of basic, two types, static pressure and dynamic pressure. So what is static pressure? While air is at rest, its molecules are in random motion all over. The pressure exerted by molecules is uniform in all directions. This pressure is called static pressure or barometric pressure. As I told you before that I am standing here and I have equal pressure on my body, so I can stand properly. If I have improper pressure at my body, I cannot stand properly. So that pressure is called static pressure or barometric pressure. Okay, I hope so it's clear. Next is dynamic pressure. So if the air is in motion, and additional pressure is exerted in the direction opposite to the flow. This pressure is called the dynamic or the beam pressure. Okay, so this is two basic types of the pressure, static and dynamic. Later on we are going to study more about this pressure also. So this is the basic concept, you should be clear in your mind. Okay, so we have some important definitions regarding how we get the pressure readings. So the unit of force is Newton. Everybody knows it. Who are going to be a pilot, they know that the unit of the force is Newton. Atmospheric pressure at sea level is 100,000 Newton per meter square, also called bar. To measure small changes in pressure bar is divided by 1000, get the millibar and hectopascals. So as we have learned already regarding the barometric pressure for the mercury barometer, the 760 millimeter. So there is total, also there is HPA in aviation, it is used. Also the 2.902 it is used during our flight. We need to set the altimeter with the pressure setting. Mostly this one is used commonly. So 1013.25 hectopascals is equal to 760 mm of mercury barometer, equal to 2.902 inches of mercury in displacement of the mercury. So to convert hectopascal into inches, multiply HPA value by 0.2953. So if you multiply 1013.25 multiplied by 0.02953, it will give you the reading of 2992 inches. So always keep this concept in your mind while you are going to convert the setting from HPA to mercury. There is some important definitions here. Altitude. What is the altitude? So this is vertical distance from the mean sea level. Altitude is always calculated from the mean sea level. What is the height? So this is the vertical distance from a specific datum or ground. So if you are going to talk in the terms of altitude, altitude will always be calculated from mean sea level. But if you are going to talk regarding the height, so it will always be calculated from a specific datum. Suppose you are flying at the mountainous areas. Okay, so if you are reporting altitude, it will be a specific datum from the mean sea level, it will be calculated. But in terms of height, it can be calculated from the ground or the peak of the mountain or whatever the datum was suggested or requested. From this point, what is your height? So from this, then you will talk in the terms of height. Height will always calculated from the ground base. The next is elevation. The vertical distance of a point or a level on the surface of the earth from mean sea level. So suppose you are flying, you are going to cross country. So what is the highest elevation in this region? So suppose there is a mountain, it has the height of 9,000 feet. So it will be the elevation here. So the elevation of the mountain will be 8,000 feet, 10,000 feet. That will be calculated from the mean sea level. If you remove the mean sea level, then it will be terms in the height. So this is the important definitions in pressure system for you to understand it very well. How to convert from HPA to mercury, what are the definitions, it should be in your mind and it will be give you very clear idea for the meteorology, and these are very basic terms to understand before you go for the higher levels. There is also very more to do in this. I will teach you that in coming classes. I will teach you everything in detail, but the basic is important. So when your basic roots are perfect, you will have no headache in your aviation study and life. Thank you so much.